So here we have the basic colour wheel, and I've omitted the labels, but you get the labels attached to it. So just to reiterate, the colour wheel is about segmenting your site content into, in the most part, 5 content categories should be more than enough to serve your site. The functional elements of the site. So, for example, privacy policy would be an example, terms and conditions, that sort of thing. Presentation is anything that is media related. So, videos, galleries, podcasts, any sort of infographic is where you would place the presentation pages. Product is as it sounds, so whether it's e-commerce or not, there should be an element of product presentation and actual detail. So it's those product pages, the ones that you've got the schema applied to, that would go into that category. And then application generally tends to be your blog material, but anything that is giving information about the product, the service, or the area of business would go into the application section. And brand, vitally essential. You can see on this particular example, it only makes a fragment of a tiny fraction of the total content, and is instantly identifiable as being a bit thin. They have got team information, so we've got a reviews page, and we've got various team bios, which is all good, and some general information about the team. And you can see that they are properly categorised structured within the R team pages. So that's, in essence, it's good. It's just a little bit thin, but just to reiterate, the implication of that is two or threefold. So the way I've structured this particular chart is on the total organic search volume. So the number you can see in that label 86 is the amount of traffic that's going to that category of pages. So it probably just means that the brand is a little bit weak. In comparison, the interest in their application pages, predominantly their blog pages, is 5,000. In some sectors, you're going to get that kind of differential, and this is over a 28-day period. So, yeah, in some instances, naturally, you're going to get that segmentation. There are others, household brands or fashion names, things like that, where the switch would be, it would almost be an exact opposite. So there's a direct correlation there, but nonetheless, it indicates that there needs to be a little bit more brand marketing activity. Product, as I say, is self-explanatory. So again, we can see there that there's over 1,000 clicks going straight through to the product pages on organic search. So that's all fairly positive. And then here again, another interesting insight. Product 2, I've hidden all of the queries and URLs so that the client can have their confidentiality maintained. But product 2, in actual fact, the volume on product 2 is far less than the volume on this one, which is product 1. You can see. So the majority of the traffic in total, we're getting over 900 organic search queries through to this section of the site. Of that, 735 are going through to the secondarily important search volume, and of that, only 24 are going through to the prime search volume. So that indicates instantly that some optimization work needs to be done on those other pages. If we click through onto this chart, then you can see more clearly the URL and the category that I've attributed to it within the presentation. And that's true of all of these. You can see the URL in great detail. So all of these I wouldn't be too worried about. You need to have a bit of a look into it, and there's another video that goes into the cannibalization aspect with the keyword in a little more detail. But all of these that are getting, you can see the numbers are dwindling here. So 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 1, 1, 1. And again around here, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of pages, all with just really minor amounts of traffic, which indicates a massive area of content duplication. It should be much more structured than that. With this particular client also, we have something quite interesting going on with the structural side of things. So if I click on this geographical XXX, the XXX is for me to look at cutting the section completely or restructuring. So this is in the application element, and you can see all of the localized pages that have been created, presumably in an attempt to serve local SEO, which isn't actually the right way of doing it. If you go back to the main site again, you'll also see that I've found a whole collection of pages under the product, which is completely the wrong place for them in this particular instance, and the whole thing needs structurally looking at. So what this chart does really easily is identify the content areas and the URLs within those content areas that need more attention. So that hopefully gives you a little bit of a tour around. If you just look into functional quickly as well, you can see the breakdown. These are all the minor pages, and then we've got contact, appointment, fees, a general page, again something that I'd probably look at structurally, considering the costs section of the application pages. Homepage, again, is taking up a massive proportion because of the volume, and the clinical location pages here is really where these geographical pages should be segmented under.